was almost 10 years ago that Jordan and Daniel first met. Like many teens who like a little pocket money, Daniel started building his fortune after school in the produce section of a local supermarket. A cheeky blonde on the checkout caught his eye, and Jordan was relieved when their supervisor offered to introduce him.
And I used to check her out while she was up on the checkouts. I used to think she was the hottest girl at work, and that's why I decided to try and get her number.
My boss in checkouts, she came up to me one day and asked if I would ever go on a date with someone from Woolworths, and I said, depends who it is. And then later on I found out that it was Daniel, and then I got all excited because I thought, oh, Daniel.
And then a week later we went out on our first date. We went to the movies. We were only 16 at the time, so I remember being very nervous because I'd never been on any dates with girls before.
Oh, I just remember thinking he was tall, and he wasn't as muscly as what he is now, but I thought he was muscly, and I just thought he was like athletic looking, and I thought, oh, I like him.
Jordan and I had been together for 8.5 years before I finally got the question, after coaxing from many people. But I already knew I wanted to do it, I just wanted to wait for the right time.
So we're in New York, and it was Christmas Eve, and then we walked down to Central Park and got on the horse and carriage, and I could tell that he was really nervous then. Then we walked through Central Park and we found this lake, and it was half frozen over, and I was taking a picture of it, and then he said, and now turn around and look at me.
That was the perfect time. We got down on one knee in Central Park in New York.
And I said yes.
How do I wake my spirit cold? We always say when I street.
Jordan, I've watched you grow for many years from a girl into the beautiful woman you are today. When you walk into a room, it automatically brightens up everyone's day. You have a glow and happiness about you that is intoxicating. I promise to be supportive and encouraging in times of doubt. I promise to never stop loving you. I promise to keep pushing myself to always be a better person for you and our future children to come. I'm not sure what I've done to deserve someone as perfect as you, but I'm glad you have chosen to walk through life with me.
You absolutely make me feel so loved every single day of our lives. I love how affectionate you are, how you can always make me laugh straight after you've made me mad, and I absolutely love that you're always thinking about our future and keep reminding me of how soon we can have babies. I promise to always take care of you when you're on your deathbed with man flu, and I promise to always make fun of it. But most of all, I promise to make you feel like the most loved and cared for husband for the rest of our lives. I love you.
To lay them bare in the morning cold. If they're still out there, then the chasm grows. For all you know.
As a father of a daughter, there's a huge list of boxes that the bloke needs to tick. Dan started off with a few boxes sort of hairy scary, and he's progressed. I asked him in the early days, I said, please just treat her as a princess. She's a princess. And you remarked earlier today, Dan, about when Jordie walks into a room, she lightens up the room and people just smile. They're like, wow, such a nice person. You summed it up there, mate. That's what you have now as a wife. And when people walk into the room, especially Jordie, you can now say to blokes, that's my wife. And they'll go, damn it.
This my weapon. This my home. This my mountain. This is my home. How do I wake my spirit cold? has a question ages old.